Ernesto, put it down. I'm trying to record. Ernesto. Ernesto. I'm trying to record.
Hi guys, I'm Ulyses.
Hey, I'm Ernesto.
And this is our channel.
Welcome to our channel.
Full disclosure, we are hungover AF.
I am not looking my Sunday best, that's for sure. Today we're going to be talking about dating. We're going to be talking about our first few dates. We're going to be talking about the emotions we felt. We're going to be talking about maybe some details that we've never really even told each other about those first few dates.
Oh, really?
Who knows? I don't know.
We'll see.
Could be brand new information.
You know how we met, but how did we start dating? First date.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back up a little bit. We met in December. The holidays happened, and we weren't able to go on any dates. We kind of just did a lot of texting and flirting with the hopes of seeing each other after the holidays.
Ernesto asked me after the holidays, I think the text was something like, hey, what are you doing on like this weekend? And I responded, hey, I work Friday night, but do you want to go grab dinner on Saturday? And he said, you should have waited for my response. I wanted to ask you out. Already controlling, already demanding, already a red flag. Who does this guy think he is? I'm not a damsel in distress that needs to wait for a man to ask me out. Oh, it was a Sunday because he was doing Sunday Fun Day with his friends before he picks me up. Another red flag. He picks me up. I'm like really excited about the date. He comes from a Sunday Fun Day. Well, I'm like, hey, how was your day? He's like, oh yeah, I was at a Sunday Fun Day with all my friends, but I had to leave to come on this date. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Priority number 2, I guess.
Yeah, of course you were priority number 2 on our first date. Like, come on.
But you know, I mean, you make me feel special.
Whatever I did, it worked, obviously. Hello.
Just talking.
Yeah? Oh my god. Stretch it out, girl. Mm-hmm. Okay.
This video is going to be a lot of editing if you keep talking to Argos.
I know.
Oh, my baby!
Our first date, we went to Worcester. I can't say the name of the restaurant, but it's essentially a wiener place. I really wanted to see his attention to detail around a wiener, and I was pretty pleased from the beginning, I have to say. Funny enough, I had just been there the previous week on another date. The actual date was just okay, but I remember really liking the place, so then I used it for my future date.
Do you remember anything from that dinner?
I remember it was just really easy to talk to you. I remember you were really fun, you were really happy. I remember instantly I just like loved that you were all smiles.
Oh.
Just very easygoing, very laid back, kind of a star quality.
Babe. The only thing that I remember, like, detail, is that you worked in downtown. Because when we got there, you were like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to try this place out. I think that's what he said. I think my biggest draw to Ernesto on that first date was he was so mysterious. You were very, like, quiet. Like, you were just, like, taking me in, and I was just, like, you were just staring at me, and I was like, I couldn't read you at all. Because
wow, I didn't realize it was that bad, though.
It wasn't bad. I wasn't like, he didn't come off standoffish. It was just like, what are you actually thinking? Earlier that night, he was like, we'll go to dinner and like, there's like an arcade bar like down the street. So after we wrapped up eating our sausages, I was like, okay, so like, do you want to go to that arcade place on the street? And he's like, oh, do you still want to go? And I was like, yeah, do you still want to go? And I took that as like, I thought you were trying to wrap up the date. I thought you were like, you know, if you make it past round 1, we'll see if you make it to round 2.
No, I mean, I definitely liked you from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I thought we had a great conversation. Yeah, I probably was just trying to be super cool, honestly. Like, I was probably just, like, play it cool.
We went to the arcade, which was really
I
fun.
remember that was really fun.
Yeah.
That was also the same thing I did on the date the week before. It's kind of like an adults-only arcade. There's drinks.
Yeah.
We played a lot of vintage games, Donkey Kong, blah, blah, blah.
And then he dropped me off. And at this point, I still, like, did not know what to make of the date, because I was like, I thought you were so attractive, I thought you were so cute. I just didn't know if you were into me. I was like, I have no idea. I don't know how to read this guy, if he's having a good time or not. And then he goes, I wasn't gonna do this unless the date went very well. And then he, like, gets a single rose from the back of his, like, cart, and he's like, I wanted to give this to you because, like, I really like you, or something like that. Like The Bachelorette, I got a fucking rose. He picked me. He picked me.
If you get a fucking rose at the end, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so smooth.
And then I was just like, oh my god, I guess he does really. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. Hold for sound. This would be a good time to subscribe.
Yes, nailed it.
So he gave me the rose, I left, I walked into my apartment, and my roommate Jazz was like, oh my god, how'd it go? And I was like, couldn't read him, didn't know what to think of him, like, we had a good conversation, this is what happened, and then he gave me a rose. And Jazz was like, oh, that's pathetic, he gave you a rose on the first date, blah, 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 blah.
Jazz has always been my biggest fan.
I was sitting there being like, should I text him? I want to say that I really enjoyed the date. And Jazz was like, no, play it cool, play it cool.
I texted you because
He texted me, yeah. I was sitting there thinking, like, should I text him? I want to text him.
I'm a firm believer, at least all through, my dating philosophy has always been, if you like somebody, if you want to do something, do it. Who cares? Don't overanalyze. If they think you're sappy, if they think you're corny, if they think you're groveling, if they think you're not cool enough, who cares? If you feel a certain way, if you feel a certain emotion, do it. If you want to ask somebody out, do it. If you want to text them 5 times a day, do it. And if they don't like it, well, then they're not the one for you. So I think I text you because I think you had a great time.
I think I remember responding and being like, oh my god, I was just going to text you saying like I had a great time, but I wasn't sure if it was too soon. I remember saying I didn't know what the rules are for dating. And Ernesto responded, let's make our own rules. You are smooth. He got me.
Yeah. So pretty good first date. Wasn't probably like the best first date I've ever had. It wasn't like that memorable.
Like, I mean, the actual conversation, like those moments make up for it, but the actual conversation.
I don't even remember what we talked about. We continued to text. We went on a second date maybe a week later. I'm so fucking hungover. Sorry. Struggle bus, give me a second.